Okay, hello. I think the stream is up now. Just trying to load up here. Hey there, Gluzman. Wait, no. Oh, why did it want me to delete that? Oh. Good morning, everybody. Decided I was gonna stream right now instead of around the time I did yesterday. It's because I've got some stuff I've got to do in a couple hours. All right, morning coffee and Hearts of Iron 4 streaming. Yeah, I have some things I got to do a lot today. And right now I'm literally just waiting for the clock to hit the time it needs to hit, so I figured I might as well stream. Oh, I just noticed that demilitarized zone. So we're gonna wait a couple of minutes for people to come in, and in the meantime, I'm going to play some music that was brought up yesterday at the end of the stream that I found out exists. It's by somebody called Tony Bambino. It's a swing jazz version of the International. Hey, William Blowers. Not much going on. Oh, well, there's gonna be a lot going on later. I need to call some people, email some people, do plenty of stuff. Anyway, we're gonna have some fun while we wait for a couple of minutes and listen to the Jazz International. Here it comes.
Arise, ye workers, from your slumber. Arise, ye prisoners of want. That's right. For reason in revolt now thunder. Chains of hatred, greed, and fear. Ha ha! Away with all your superstitions. Serve our masses. Arise, arise. We'll change henceforth the old tradition and spurn the dust to win the prize. So comrades, come on and rally. Then the last fight, let us face. The International unites the whole darn human race. So comrades, come on, let's go rally. And the last fight, let us face. The International unites the whole darn human race. No more deluded by reaction. On tyrants only will make war. The soldiers too will take strike action. They'll break ranks and fight no more. And if those cannibals keep trying to sacrifice us to their pride, each at the forge must do their duty, and we'll strike while the iron is hot. So comrades, come on, let's go rally. And the last fight, let us face. The International unites the whole beautiful human race. So comrades, come on, let's go rally. Ha! And the last fight, let us face. The International unites the whole darn human race.
Okay. So I think the people who are in, and Gluzman, you know, if you need to focus on school, do that first. What I've done is I've actually created a live stream playlist. So if anybody wants to watch live streams after they've happened, you just go to my channel, go to playlists, and it should be at the top just labeled live stream. Keep jazzing on. Adrian is asking, why did I play the most boring nation in all of TNO with a focus tree? I don't know. It seemed pretty fun so far. It's a small country, but small countries are not necessarily boring. In fact, sometimes small countries can be a lot of fun because you feel a great sense of pride once you start blobbing out of control, and not just in Hearts of Iron 4 either. Yeah. Sablin, Wholesome, Chungus, Keanu Reeves, 100. I understood about half the words in the sentence, but I love all of them. Anyway, so yeah, what is our game plan now? We've got no divisions that are training right now, even though we have a little bit of manpower. I don't imagine that we're going to be able to actually do much at the moment. So we're doing our focuses here. And the good news is these only take 14 days, so I guess there's going to just be a period of consolidation. So I'm going to unpause and get to that. But yeah, I did, Adrian, if you weren't here in yesterday's stream, this nation was picked by random number generation because I don't know anything about any of these. Alright, we have some sort of new a new event happening, and it's time to go into my Russian accent, which is perfect and flawless. On the stage of the Opera House, Sablin sat with the Central Committee, everyone waiting avidly for the latest report from the front line. Finally, the radio operator raised her head. Sablin could read the message in the glimmer of her eyes and began to smile before she'd even spoken. "Comrades!" she bellowed. "The tyrant is ours!" Instantly, the crowd erupted into euphoria. Soldiers hugged one another, tears streaming down their faces as the reports came in. Yagoda imprisoned, the enemy fleeing west, the NKVD surrendering en masse. Sablin couldn't help but grin. Irkutsk was theirs. Markev... what's the little stop sign? You want me to stop my flawless Russian accent? Is that what you're trying to say? Markev stopped across the stage and dumped a crate of vodka on the table. "From my private stash. If ever we had a cause for celebration, this is it." Snatching a bottle out of the crate, he tossed it to Sablin. Laughing with his comrades, he chugged from the bottle. Splashing some on the maps heaved on the table. "Comrades!" called Sablin, drawing every eye to him. "The revolution is victorious!" He cried, waving the bottle like a baton to cacophonous cheering. I really am enjoying the verbiage in a lot of these events, by the way. Cacophonous, Ursine. Good stuff. Sitting down, Sablin looked around happily. Markev was joking with his men. Ulanovskaya downed glass after glass of vodka. Even Braun was smiling for once. Catching Pechero's eye, Sablin shot her a smile. She grinned back at him, raising her glass in a mock salute. "We did it, Valeria!" she shouted. Already slurring, Sablin smirked. She'd always been a lightweight. Taking another pull, Sablin felt lighter than air. They still had a long route to go down to end Russia's chaos and bring her people into a new age of greatness. But the revolution could wait until tomorrow. Night, they'd paint Verheerendinsk red. In the end, tyrants always fall. Always. I feel like that's foreshadowing in case I become the tyrant. So let's try not to do that. From what I understand, Sablin is the cutie McTootie, wholesome cinnamon roll, cutie patootie, whatever, words are getting lost, of this world, and he must be protected at all costs. But I've also got from the live stream that he could apparently become a horrible dictator as well. So I guess we'll try to go wholesome. I was going to just kind of flip coins and stuff, but, oh, here we go. The revolution victorious, so we don't get a chance to do any of the other stuff. Whatever. We are victorious, and Yagoda sits in our... Alright, I'll only do the accent for the events. We are victorious, and Yagoda sits in our prison, awaiting his fate. We have proven our strength and will on the battlefields of Siberia, and we can now transform our region into a worker's dream. Let those who doubted our chances of success be crushed by the boot of Leninism. Nevertheless, our territory has been ravaged by war, and much of the infrastructure we had was damaged. Our nation must now begin the reconstruction of the land and build a state much like the old Soviet state under Lenin. If we want to unify the motherland and help the struggling Russians being oppressed by dictators and mismanaged by inept democracies, we must create a strong union that can fight for them. It is also necessary we create a model province to show our enemies we are the only ones who can create a perfect Russia. No one can stop the masses from achieving their goals in the end. Alright, let's kind of take just a brief look at what this is. Okay, I'm guessing this is a lot of consolidation, and we're not going to go to war with anybody else for a while. This will empower the Bucharest ring. No, we're going to do steady. Okay, Sablinite ring. Yeah. Okay, that seems pretty straightforward. So we're gonna go Sablin, not Bukurin. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of internal stuff. Yeah, why would we go if I want to? That just makes. I can understand why it's there for storytelling purposes, and so that the AI can go down these paths. But the way I see it, if you're a player, if you wanted to do the Bukurin thing, why wouldn't you just play as you go to in the first place? I'm not criticizing it. I'm just talking about it's like one of those things. It's like okay, well, this is kind of a bad example because there's actually a trick to it, but okay, let's talk Equestria at War. So in Equestria at War, for those who don't know, Equestria is the main nation, and there's a bordering nation called Stalingrad, because horses. Anyway, so you have there is a path for Stalingrad where you voluntarily become a puppet of Equestria, and there's really no reason, except I'll explain the reason later. But on paper, there's no reason for a player to ever go down the voluntary puppet path, because you just cripple yourself and you lose your independence. But it's cool that it's there for the AI. Having said that, there is actually a trick where if you go down the puppet path, you actually will betray Equestria and you go fascist, and it's super awesome, and you guys should go check out my campaign. It's Darkwing Stalingrad. Yeah. Alright. Whoa, what's going on? Something freezing? Are we gonna crash? Alright, that was weird. Did you guys see that? Was that just me? What's this? Regno di Egitto. Italian Empire. Oh, is the Vatican its own thing? Or no, they're just like right on top of each other. Oh, it is its own thing. The Holy See doesn't have focus tree. I can understand that that's not really a big priority. Yeah, Nova Grifonia's got a puppet path. Well, actually, it's not Nova Grifonia, or does it? But the little western area of I'm forgetting its name. It's west of Nova Griffonia. It has a path where it just surrenders itself to Nova Griffonia and disappears entirely. So there's no reason for a player to go down that path. But I do like that it exists. So there's always, these are the sorts of things that developers need to keep in mind. And really, in theory, well, no, not really. I would say that it's just always very important for the AI to have paths that make sense for the computer to go down, because in any given game, most of the nations are going to be played by the AI, not the player. So, for example, I was a really big fan in Kaiserreich when they got rid of the... you want me to check out the Netherlands? Greetings to you too, Jasper. Okay, so it looks like right now the Netherlands is under the Rijkskommissariat Nederland, which is part of the Unity Pact. They believe in National Socialism. Right. Anyway, what was I going to say? Nova Griffonia is in like northeast Equestria, in Equestria War. But what was I getting at a second ago? Oh, yeah. So I don't know if you all remember this, but in Kaiserreich, Russia is obviously a country that the direction that it goes in will greatly impact the direction the game goes in. But they did used to have a path, which I didn't like, where they would join with Germany, which makes no sense since Germany had taken so much of its land. Or at least I should say, it didn't make sense under certain types of governments. And so I remember I was once doing a co-op campaign with Mordred Viking. Go check him out. He's a great YouTuber. Much better than me. I don't know why he doesn't have more subscribers than I do. Anyway, we were playing as... I was the Commune of France, and he was the Union of Britain. And we were fighting Germany. Things were going pretty well. And then all of a sudden, Russia... under the nationalist, it was nationalist freaking Russia. We're talking anti-German energy Russia, because the AI had the option to do it, and it was kind of randomized, I guess, which alliance it would go with. They ended up joining with Germany, and if you actually go and find the video of me playing it, we both start screaming, but you can hear me say, fucking traitor, piece of shit. I just couldn't believe that he would do that. The Russia AI, it made no sense. And so eventually they just got rid of the path where Russia could join the Kaiser Pact, which I thought was a good idea. Yeah, exactly. Like Russia could go syndicalist and still join the Reichspakt. It was it just didn't really make sense for certain paths to do that. If you wanted to have something where Russia joins with Germany, it needs to be locked behind only certain government types. Like maybe if the monarchy is restored, they work something out, for example. Yeah, Savinkov making mega plays. Anyway, did I pause it? Whoopsie, sorry. Oh yeah, we need new focus. So what do we want to do here first? Getting some political power might be a pretty good idea because we are in the negatives. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm sure we have to do all of this. So what gives me... A lot of these are events, so I don't actually know what they do. That's the issue. Okay. This is going to give me a negative thing. So I guess anything that's negative I should get out of the way. Oh, wait, slowly improve. All right, boom, right here. This is what we want to do first in our homes. So first let's stoke the fires. This is so much to read, and I'm going to just kind of clip along. Just because I know not everybody likes me reading. Like I enjoy reading the stuff, but it's a live stream setting, so I don't want you guys to get bored. Okay, so basically... People have been lethargic and fearful because of Yagoda's terror tactics. We need to get the support of the people, so we need to create some propaganda. This is going to increase the popularity of both libertarian socialism and authoritarian socialism, as well as increasing our political power. Here's the thing, though. Isn't that the only two ideologies we have anyway, so is it just nothing going to happen? Hey, Gluzman. Okay, cool. You're done with your thing. That's good. Sablin would have preferred to get married by the sea, but he'd had to be satisfied with Lake Baikal. Leaving his new wife asleep. Oh, okay, cool, he's got a wife. Uh-oh. Oh, no, this is a problem. Okay, so he's on his frickin' honeymoon, and now the woman Pachero is showing up. The door in the neighboring compartment slid open. Hair tousled, Pertuco stepped into the corridor. Wordlessly, he offered her a cigarette. Oh, man. I don't like this. He's on his honeymoon. Sablin blew a thin sheer smoke. He couldn't meet the eyes of his friend. Ah, Susanna, I should feel happy. This is my wedding night. I love her, I do. But I just feel nothing. Oh, crap. Sablin looked up at Pachero, tears filling his eyes. I keep thinking, how will it end? We face the most... okay, he's talking about the war. We face the most overwhelming obstacles, and every day I send men to die bloody and horrible deaths. What gives me the right? Oh, Susanna, I have such doubts. Nothing worth having without its price. Smiled through his tears. I think you are the strongest of us all. Looking into each other's eyes, the two old friends smiled at one another as the train carried them into the night. Oh, okay. Alright, I was a little confused about, like... It was picturing like an apartment complex, but they're in the tree. That's what happens when I'm skimming it. Love has a ring, and a ring has no end. The conscription law is going to get changed to a 2-year draft. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, looks like the Mongolian People's Front finally got defeated, which is somebody was saying they've been at war for 9 months, but we're only in the first couple months of the game. Yeah, it's my understanding there's quite a few interesting Russia nations. Because I saw there was like, what was it? There was 16 to choose from when I did the random number generation last stream. Something like that. Yeah, let's see. Romania is a kingdom in this world. Are they part of the Unity Pact? No, they're not. They got their own thing going on. Ultimatum! What is this? From the Serbian Black Army. Uh-oh. Looks like we have something happening here. We have received an ultimatum from Siberian Black Army. They are demanding that we hand over a tribute of loot, or else they will raid us and take it from us anyway. We are at an impasse to decide. So we decide to engage in confrontation. Do we decide to engage in confrontation with the Serbian Black Army, possibly risking our men dying at the hands of our enemies? Or do we instead stand down and give in to their demands, giving them the desired loot, allowing our men to live to fight another day? Okay, so we can lose a gold. Where is the gold at? Where's that indicator? Somebody tell me in the chat, please. I'm new here to this. Okay. Gold. Or is it just non-quantifiably put somewhere? It's in the decisions. Okay. How much gold do I have? Oh, what's this? Dreams of Freedom. Yeah, we got to get some political power going. Here we go. Rating and loot. We have one loot. If we get a second loot, we can do something else. Scavenge for loot. Lets me build new schools, build research facilities. This is kind of cool. You know what? I don't like the political power loss. Yeah, I know I can prepare to raid my neighbors, but I'm not so sure I'm going to. Did I see Jumbled review analysis of the New Order? No, I have not. We're gonna stand down for right now. I just am not really in a position for this kind of thing, and I don't like the. No, it would have just been a raid, not a war. But I don't like the political power loss that comes with taking those decisions, because there's a lot of other things I want to spend it on. All right. What kind of army are we dealing with here? They've got 6 to 8 divisions. Alright, so they probably actually could hold me off if I went to war with them. So I think we're just going to just crank this speed up to 5 so we could start getting through this focus. Yeah. There's so many political laws. We've got things like press rights and... Oh, nice! There's a refugee program thing here? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because I have been... hold on, I want to read this, because... So I have been a proponent of that there needs to be a refugee mechanic in Hearts of Iron 4. I'm talking about the vanilla game. Because World War II and the immediate aftermath was the greatest refugee crisis in human history, except for the one that's going on right now. But it's so kind of key, because, like, you know, there were scientists and whatnot that were key. So how does this work? Okay, if you ban refugees, you get more political power, but you lose monthly population, you lose academic experience gain, you lose industrial expertise. And then if you go full, give me your poor, you lose political power, there's an increase in poverty, you increase population, you increase academic gain, you increase industrial expertise. This is great. This is great. I don't know how balanced all of this is, but on paper, this seems exactly like what it should be. That's really cool. I haven't played Bosporus. I don't know if this is just something from vanilla and they've also incorporated this into the mod, but whoever came up with this is great. This is the kind of stuff I want to see more of in Hearts of Iron 4. Like, focus trees obviously are important because focus trees make countries playable, but this sort of nuance is the really important stuff, if you ask me. Mechanic stuff work. Yeah. Good stuff. Alright. So, anyway. Warlord development. We got some planning and things like that. You get refugees when your neighbors have wars. That means you can get population, and there's a probability you get scientists to upgrade the science speed and these stuff. Oh, so there's actually more to it than just the part in the political menu. Okay, so we want to do the in our homes right now. Do not forget the rights of the workers. There will be reforms. We need to overhaul our factories. The union will always fight for the working man. this is going to give me a civilian factory, but it's also going to start to improve our industrial expertise and our industrial equipment. So that is down here, I think. Oh, wow, there's all sorts of stuff. There's things like pensions. Okay, so it says here monthly poverty rate plus 1.25, but that's probably meaning it improves. Not that it's increasing, like more poverty is there, because it's green. Green is supposed to be good, right? Mingjiang declared war on the People's Revolutionary Council. So, whoever these these are like Mongolians, right? Or whoever they are, they're looks like they're starting to build up a little power base here. There's a provisional Duma up here in Tomsk. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. I might have kind of dropped myself into a really complicated area of the world in terms of the war. The Free Aviators. Gosh, what is all this? This all seems very interesting. Not that my nation's not interesting. There sure seems to be a lot of stuff. Sparks 360 did a look into Red Floor War and accelerationism. I need to get back to Red Flood. I was super excited for it, and then there was a couple of bugs in the original version that frustrated me, and so I stopped playing it. And that wasn't fair. Things are going to be a little buggy at the start. That's just the nature of mods. But also, obviously, 2020 has been a heck of a year. All right. United States of America. So what's their thing? Bend to the segregationists. Bend to their will. The handshake with MLK. Southern riots. Calm the hell down. Look at that frowning Nixon effect. Just shut the hell up. Okay. What's up with that? Oh, I need to trade for some steel. Wait, no, I'm looking for, right, it's steel I need. Oh no, aluminum. Aluminum is what I'm missing. Oh, that's for the support equipment. That can wait. So, yeah, let's do the workers' councils. This is gonna, so we're going, okay, so it looks like we're gonna be going libertarian socialism. All right. Also, let me write down... Hold on a second. I got a piece of paper here. I'm going to write down some of these things. So who's the person who did the lore of... okay, it's somebody called Jumbled Reviewer. So is that's somebody on YouTube, I take it, Gluzman? Jumbled... Then again, there's so much stuff I have to watch. And there's actually a documentary I want to get watching today after I've done with some of the a lot of the errands and personal tasks I have to do. Yeah, even though I'm at home, it's still busy. Although I'm still working. I haven't had a day off since like May. I've worked every single day, but that might surprise some of you. For those of you who don't know, I live in El Paso, Texas, which I don't know. I know a lot of you aren't from the United States, but we have basically become the U.S. capital of. Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, Workers' Councils is happening, so let me write these notes down while the clock passes. We've become the U.S. capital for COVID-19, so super proud of my city right now. Oh man. Let's see. But you know what? It's actually great because now I have quantifiable evidence about what a piece of shit town we are. Okay. Hard choices. Working my fingernails between a couple of sheets of paper. On the status of the proletariat. Unemployment's up. Masses are suffering. We need to increase... Okay, we have two options. We can increase regulation or work on infrastructure. All right. Oh, okay, so this is easy. All right, so what we're going to do, because you guys in the chat keep telling me to do it, we're going to, anytime there's an authoritarian socialism change, or meaning get that stronger, get the Bucharinists stronger, we're going to not do that. We're going to do the opposite. Let's see here. No, Jaden, this has nothing to do with the border. The border has been closed for months. This has everything to do with El Pasoans not giving a fuck about anything. Let's see here. Of course, I probably shouldn't talk about COVID, because apparently COVID is a very political issue. Sorry, Symbiote King. I think you're the only one advocating for a hybrid regime, and apparently Sablin is just too much of a cutie patootie to go with the authoritarian. It's going to upset people. Yeah. Connor Galvin is saying, you're saying East Coast superiority, or you're saying like Boston is actually a bigger piece of shit town? You know what? It is. That's my understanding. COVID's demonetized from YouTube. Oh, the video just got demonetized. Fuck, that's right. You're not supposed to say the word. Looks like the Mongolian Civil War is happening. So, well, you know, we're a half hour in. Well, since I've just demonetized the video because I brought up COVID, wait, somebody just subscribed. Thank you very much, Damon. Frios Damon. Yeah, so since I just got demonetized, be sure to donate in that super chat and you'll get some sort of reward, such as me doing some more karaoke. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, out here in El Paso, it's gotten so bad that that was not like a sickness cough. That was something got in my throat. What was I gonna say? Yeah, El Paso is so bad that they've had to start airlifting people into other cities, and I swear to God this is true. When I saw the news online, there was a bunch of Texans complaining that it's like, oh, so is that where our tax dollars go? Meaning the airlifting of sick people to hospitals that can actually take them. Like right now, and it's probably worse as of this morning, because the numbers only keep climbing, but as of yesterday evening, 37% of all the people in El Paso hospitals are COVID patients. Let's see. Have I played Supreme Ruler or Realpolitik? No, I have not. Let's see here. Loving my Outramare run. Thank you very much, Constantius. I should have another episode of that up later on today. The striking of the gavel to the members of the committee. Simple proposal: increase the power of the Soviets within our own workplace. The pitch in its entirety was effectively to institute the first steps of a workplace democracy. The motion... workplace democracy. Seconded, passed. Revolution is in the workplace. Okay, pretty straightforward. Okay, our industrial equipment, societal development will begin to improve. Yeah, so these are the ones I want to keep taking. Many factories were destroyed. Okay, we need to repair them and also give people jobs. Cool. But hey, if anybody wants to know about how El Paso is going, I'm happy to talk about it, because God, I just feel so fucking justified, because I've lived in El Paso for most of my life, and as I'm sure a lot of you know, there was that mass shooting here last year in August 2019, and it became this huge thing, the concept of El Paso. Hold on a second, I think somebody's knocking on my door. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I thought that was the El Paso Police Department coming for my ass because I was criticizing the El Paso. It's like, you've been found guilty of not being hashtag El Paso strong. It's like, you were sentenced to immediate execution, and then just BAM! Okay, so where was I? Hold on. So I'm looking for things that do the steady improvement. Shackles broke. Have I already done them all? Was it just those two? You know what? I just noticed they don't have the filters on here. Or is it somewhere else in the focus tree? You guys know what I'm talking about? The filter that's in vanilla? Or I guess I could just... Can I just do industry? Oh, okay. Yeah. Or sorta. Okay. All right. So where was I? Yeah. Remember, to criticize El Paso is a crime against the state. Let's see. I think then we might just go for the stability. Oh, you see, this is going to cost me political power. So I probably should go for things that are going to hurt me. So it looks like a lot of the stuff on the left costs me political power. So I should probably just do that first to get it out of the way. So in our hearts, okay, we just need to, yeah, people need to stop being oppressed. Pretty straightforward. Okay. No. I'm not complaining about the focus tree. I'm just like trying to figure out what order I want to go through everything in, because obviously I have to do all three of these things, all three of these branches, and then do Torch of Hope. I'm just trying to figure out what order to do them in that I think will be best. Anyway, so as I was saying, yeah. So last year El Paso had that shooting. I haven't played the new DLC yet, Nico Wolf. Hold on, my cat is trying to figure something out. What are you doing, Caesar? Okay. Anyway, Brazil won the World Cup finals. Violence erupted between German and Hungarian fans following the German semi-final 2-1 defeat against Hungary. Congratulations to the champions. Hey, Josh Vlogs. Good to see you, J-Dog. All right. So let me finish my freaking thoughts, because I keep distracted by my cat and other things. Caesar, what are you doing? Yeah, there was that shooting last year, and then there was this sort of a fall. Like, I'm not trying to belittle 9/11 or something, but it was basically like 9/11 after 9/11 for a while here in El Paso, where there was this sense of rallying. But I've always, as somebody who's lived in El Paso for most of my life, the concepts of El Paso community and unity and stuff are mostly bullshit. There's just no other way to say it. And it's not a racial thing. It's not an ethnic thing. It's not even a class thing. Just most El Pasoans genuinely do not give a shit about one another. They just like to pretend that they do. Okay. Oh, that vacuum tube thing is complete. But, but for months and months and months, it was, every bumper sticker, everything was just, hashtag El Paso strong. And they would spell it ELPASO. And then strong. So it was like El Paso strong, because like El Paso is so strong. Does that make sense? You know what? Let me pull up what I'm talking about. Here, this was something else I was working on. So it was like, instead of El Paso so strong, it would be hashtag El Paso strong. Yeah. So I just got sick of it, and the way that El Pasoans have acted during all of 2020 has just completely verified every horrible thing I've ever thought about this city. And I'm not just talking about COVID, but just the way that we treat each other. It's freaking amazing. It's because I've just been so right for so long, and it feels good, man. I think we're gonna maybe do some industry here. Yeah, we're gonna do some horizontal organization. Requires practical industrial. Oh! I thought I had already taken this. My bad. Okay. Let's see here. How's Burgundy doing? I don't know. People tell me that Burgundy might blow up the world, and I have no way of knowing if it's going to happen. Collapse of the Triumvirate. What is it, Caesar? Hold on, my cat is meowing about something. Hold on. Come here. Come here, Caesar. Ah, there he goes. It's just a windy day. I think my cat's just wondering what that noise is. Collapse of the Triumvirate. There was a bombing of the conference in Malta. Kaldios and the Turkish president have left. Okay, so who was in the Triumvirate before? It looks like it's ended now, but it was what? It was Italy, Turkey, and Spain or something? Let's see. Well, I guess we don't know now and never will. Was it Greece? No, that's a reliant state, so I guess it wasn't them. I don't know. It was Italy, Turkey, and Spain. Okay. Interesting. Looks like we've got some resistance to occupation going on here. I didn't know that was something that was happening. Well, we can't do area defense. Let's, okay, what are we going to do then? I always forget how I'm supposed to best deal with resistance. Oh, I didn't create an agency. Why didn't I do that like a million years ago? Okay. Alright, so yeah, we're going to keep doing the stuff on the left. Shackles have been broken. Female battalions will be a staple of our army. All people are comrades, not just the men, but the women. And the children, too! I drafted them! Like animals! Oh, I have decisions to core states. Okay, thank you very much. See, this is why I'm live streaming this. There's just so much new stuff. And I felt like it would be faster to just jump in and have some help from the chat. Nigel wants me to come to... Will Concrete History Games come to Australia? I'd like to visit Australia one day. I don't know how many countries in the world are still letting Americans travel. Let's see. No. The decision actually does not say to draft child soldiers. I was making a joke. It's only women. And it's not a draft. It sounds like it's voluntary. Oh yeah, here we go. Integrate. While all of Russia shares a common identity, years of warlordism and the abundance of states claiming legitimacy to Russia has led to an environment in which newly acquired territories cannot necessarily be considered loyal. Integration of these new territories into our state-led via coercive means or otherwise is critical to building a cohesive administration and acquiring a true foothold over Russia once more. So, to integrate costs 25 political power, I lose political power gain and weekly stability, and then I get a core. That seems perfectly fair, and so I would imagine that everything else will have to do that too. Somebody's chilling in Semra. Yeah, so anyway, if anybody wants to hear more about El Paso, let me know, because I'm sure happy to complain and gloat, to feel vindicated. That's a good point, Vera Later. It is kind of nicer to start out small, because I'm sure that like Germany has more quote-unquote interesting things going on at the beginning, but they're so huge. Just look at the size of this domain that they're presiding over. I'm sure it's quite probably very overwhelming if it was my first time here. Yeah. Alex Brown, he's joking about child soldiers. Make the little resource drains useful. They can eat food, they can earn their place by doing their part. Draft them. Why didn't Germany kill Switzerland? I don't know. Maybe because Switzerland's holding the gold for them or something. Ha! The cash must flow. That's really funny. Speaking of, I didn't even know that was there. I was making jokes, and then here we are. Yeah. No, Sir 44, I want to be perfectly clear here. I'm not saying that open borders don't contribute to the spread of disease. That's just objectively a thing. That's not political at all. But the border between El Paso... Hey, El Paso's on here. Oh my gosh, Las Cruces is on here. Oh, that's so cool. Wow, nice. Sorry, I got distracted by that. But no, I want to be completely clear. COVID cases in El Paso have nothing to do with the border. It has everything to do with bars being open even when they're supposed to be closed. Yeah. Let's see here. Get nukes. I might be a little bit far away from nukes. But wow, that's nice. So Las Cruces, for those of you, I doubt anybody in the chat knows, because it's one of those things you have to kind of live in the area. So I live in El Paso. This is where I've spent most of my life. But Las Cruces is kind of like our better sister city that's right over the border in New Mexico. And this is actually where I went to university, at the University of New Mexico State University in Las Cruces. Much better university than the one in El Paso. It's not even close. Let's see. Oh, right. Okay, I get what you're saying, Sir 44. So, let's see. All hands on deck. Oh, we got another new subscriber. Thank you very much. More little tokens in the cognac jar. So Chin rested on his hand. We'll listen to the converge savagely debate the status of women. We needed to create a new Russia. Lenin said women are as important as men. Okay, Lenin said women are as important as men in achieving the triumph of the revolution. It is our duty to ensure they have the freedom to choose how they may serve the cause. If the women of Russia wish to hold a rifle for the revolution, let them. Pachuro shot him a grin. I really hope they don't start some adulterous affair. I really hope not. It's going to be very upsetting. If they voted for it... Valeria, I knew you'd do the right thing. All women to arms. Okay, cool. Sending everyone into the meat grinder. I don't think it's a draft. I don't think I've started a draft yet. I probably should. Okay, yeah, we have a 2-year draft, so it's like a term of military service sort of thing. Military service, there's nothing like it. I need to think about what I'm going to drink this year to celebrate. I always celebrate the anniversary of when I got out of the army, usually by just drinking a lot. I want to think about what I want to drink here. Let's see here. Human history is viewed through the lens of the oppressor. Mask forms upon a radical moderate. Okay, hold on. What is this? Age has wizened the oppressor. Great, again, great words. Great word usage by the writers. I'm loving this. Wizen, ursine, cacophonous. Good stuff. So he employs an insidious method to mask his intentions. A mask forms upon the contours of his face. Slowly he morphs into something new. A rational moderate. He will support theoretical causes and suffer no discomfort acknowledging a position's moral righteousness. Is it time? Why must you alienate the people with such swift changes? Comrade Sablin has seen the truth behind these nefarious lies. The socialist woman will be equal to the man in all matters. In an inseparable aspect of bourgeois culture, sex-based societal roles must become a thing of the past. Let the moderates shout. Our cause aligns with the highest ideals of Lenin and Marx. We shall not drag our feet. Okay, so now, once I do this, women will get combat roles, which is going to increase our recruitable population by 15%, and we're going to have gender equality, which is another 15% recruitable population factor, and it's going to increase our factory output, but it is going to hurt the monthly population stability. So that was something that I always thought was really interesting in Legend of the Galactic Heroes, which is my all-time favorite anime. I think they discuss it at one point that because the free... Okay, so basically for those of you who don't know, in Legend of the Galactic Heroes, there is an Empire side of the human race, and then there's a Free Planets Alliance side of the human race. So the Free Planets Alliance lets women into the military. And I think there is a part... Excuse me. Yeah, Barnabas, radical centrist trying to ruin the revolution. SMH my damn head. Am I right? Am I right? Oh, look, we formed a new NKVD. We probably should rename that. Is there a way to do that? Does anybody actually know if there's a way to... Okay, here we go. Yeah, we definitely need to change this name. We will call this the Sabine... No, it shouldn't be named after me. Oh, hold on, let me finish my thought on the Legend of the Galactic Hero thing. So on the Alliance side, because it's a more democratic society, more equalist society, women can join the military, but the war has been going on for like 150 years, and I think that at some point somebody does bring up that it has been having long-term population consequences, because that's just how populations work. Like if you have a war, okay, let's say you had just to simplify things, let's say you had a country with 100 men and 100 women, and then 75 of the men died. Well, in theory, as long as the women were okay with a bit of polygamy, the birth rate can't really change, because the same amount of pregnancies at the same time could happen in theory. But like if you lose 50, so because like in theory you could have 100 of the 100 men pregnant, 100 of the 100 women at the same time. They're just gonna have some shared father. But yeah, you probably have a lot of lesbians when there's not very many men around, kind of out of necessity. That's why I've always been a big believer that Wonder Woman is bisexual, because it's like, oh yes, you know, as soon as she leaves, she hooks up with Steve the pilot, but it's like, come on, you're born and raised on an island full of women. You got needs. And when you're the princess, you can get those needs satisfied. Anyway, so, but like, let's say, yeah, you have the 100 men, 100 women, and then, but like, if 50 of the men and 50 of the women died, well, now you can only at max have 50 women pregnant at the same time. Anyway, so, it's like that myth, which I'm pretty sure it's a myth. I've never looked too much into it, but the little bit I have, I've never found a solid, like, definitive, like, document proving it. But that, like, Paraguay got like papal approval to have polygamous marriages within the Catholic Church because they lost so much of their male population. Yeah, no, Jaden, I know what you're saying. I'm just talking about birth rate concepts. That's all. I'm not talking. This is all like theoretical. I'm not endorsing or condoning polygamy, although whatever consenting adults want to do, I guess. So anyway, we were gonna rename that agency. Where was I? Wait, how do I change the name? Okay. So, somebody wants me to name it Teletubbies. Yeah, and obviously, you know, countries have more than 200 people in them. I'm just saying for scale. So we're gonna call this... What did somebody called him... Somebody called the Sabin the cinnamon bun, right? So we're gonna call this the bakery. Or the intelligent... No, the Intel Bakery. Yeah. The Thought Police. Am I gonna do a full-blown The New Order series? Yeah, after I play this, I might do a pre-recorded one. This is definitely interesting, but right now, these live streams are basically so I can learn how to play the game with some help from you guys. Yeah. Okay, so we have some decision available. Which ones? Scavenging for loot. Oh, the economic reforms, we have to actually select them. My bad. Okay, where is it? Okay, it's up here. The revolution against the tyrant was successful, but the work is not done. Make sure to finish the reforms before the start of the first Reformed Party Congress. They will be unavailable afterwards. Oh, shoot, so I should have been doing this the whole time. Yeah, yeah, and I'm gonna very later if I do a main series one where it's pre-recorded not live stream, I'm definitely gonna read everything. Um, but I'm just not doing it in the live stream because I know some people don't like it and it can be a little bit slow. So, Leninist economy. I can only do this if I haven't committed to an ideology yet. Okay, so I guess we should do the economic reforms before the army ones, right? Because I'm not at war, and I don't think I'm going to be at war for a while. Oh, Gluzman! That's funny that you say that because you're talking about how, like, the Orthodox Jews are still having their huge weddings. So there was this wasn't here in El Paso, but there was a wedding in New York. So New York's been stricter about shutting down things for pretty obvious reasons. It was pretty awful up there for a while. It's my understanding they're spiking again, but it's still not as bad as it was. I don't know. I've been mostly focusing on El Paso because I'm living in the COVID capital of the country, the CCC. It's good to be an El Pasoan. But there was a wedding. I think it was an Orthodox Jew thing because there was going to be 10,000 people at it. Like when I heard before I even knew of like a buddy of mine had said like, yeah, there was going to be a 10,000 person wedding in New York City. And I said, before I even know who it was, I said, if there's 10,000 people at a wedding, that's not a wedding. That's a festival and 2 people sign a license at it. Just coincidentally. That's like the freaking Las Vegas Marathon, which I ran once. They have a thing where you can get married on the route because Vegas is all about weddings. But it's like, if you got married at a Las Vegas wedding, all those people didn't come because you were getting married. They came for other stuff, and you also got married at it. And that's how I feel like a 10,000 person wedding is. Okay, so do I want to build up this agency? I really can't afford these sorts of things. Oh my gosh, you need 5? Isn't it supposed to be 3 factories? I just wanted passive defense. Alright, so that's not happening. Constantius is asking, how are COVID rules in the US? Do you have to wear masks everywhere? Okay, so here's the thing. There's essentially 3 levels of government. You have local levels. Actually, technically there's 4. So the way it works is you've got 4 levels of government. You'll have your city government. So, for example, I live in El Paso. So, you know what? El Paso is a bad example. Let's look at like a small town. Oh, well, shoot. There's not going to be a small town on here. Nice! Fort Collins is on the map, too. Cool. Okay. We'll use El Paso for this example. So, like, you have your city government, you have your city ordinances. So it's like, okay, what's El Paso going to do according to the mayor and the city council? Then you've got the county. So the county you have to think of as like a geographical region. So like when you click on an area here, you see how there's like the bright yellow highlight within the broader region. So that's the county. So a county can sometimes be bigger than a city. Sometimes it is smaller than a city. So for example, if you went to a really big city like Houston, or like actually Austin is a really good example. So Austin, geez, it gets complicated because I don't know how things are organized in other countries. Basically, a county is a geographical area more than it is a population one. So then, like, the county officials might have their own issues. And, this is what, the thing with the counties is actually becoming a big topic of debate in Texas right now because our governor, that's what we call the people who are in charge of the state. So freaking a state in the United States is, of course, the big ones would be like California, which would, like, here in Hearts of Iron 4, it's like these 2 areas. So you'll have like a governor of California, the governor of Nevada, the governor of Colorado, the governor of Texas, etc., etc. So our governor of Texas is doing a thing right now where he's only setting up one, because the United States election is going on, he's only set up one drop-off box for ballots in every single county. Now, that is a huge spectrum because there's counties in Texas that have only hundreds of people that live in them, and there's counties in Texas that have millions of people that live in them. So when you only set up, so like so like for example, Harris County is a county in Texas that has like over 4 million people, and I've seen the math that somebody said where It's like anyway, you know, it doesn't matter. The point is, okay, so we have city, county, state, and then of course federal. And so each one of those entities has essentially just been coming up with its own rules. And they have different responsibilities, and they have different things that they choose to do, and that's not even getting into like the police departments that choose or choose not to enforce things. So in essence, there is no uniform policy federally in the United States regarding fighting COVID, nor is there, even within the state, there can be local policies, and then even when you go down to the local level, there's no guarantee at all that those things are being enforced. So there are tons and tons of examples of police departments across the United States who are refusing the orders. Sorry, I know we're supposed to be doing focuses. I'll pick it up, Jensco. You're right. So where you have police departments that are kind of doing like back during the Prohibition days, they're refusing to enforce ordinances. So there's no universal policy. So, for example, here was something that happened last night. Last night, I was out late. I wasn't like out partying or something. It was for work. But I just coincidentally was out late. Now, El Paso has, in theory, just created a curfew. Everybody's got to be inside by 10 p.m. So, some police saw me while I was outside. And I thought, okay, I'm going to have to, like, explain myself to these people. Like, this is going to be a whole annoying thing where I'm going to have to say, yes, I know that there's a curfew, but I'm working. But they just looked at me and then just kept going. And I just thought, okay, well, they didn't know that I'm working. Yeah, it looks like Turkey won a border skirmish of some kind. I don't know what that means. Yeah, we're on max speed now. We're going to keep moving. Turkey wins the Italo-Turkish War. Peace in the Middle East, huh? Jason, maybe if I get into the New Order. Okay. So we have our new infantry rifles. The AK-47, the Kalashnikov. The right arm of the Russian army, the true Russian army. That's what we're going to have this be. Okay. So how did Israel become an Italian colony? So yeah, what, did Italy take the Middle East during World War II? Like they seized the Suez and stuff like that and took it from the British? I need to pick a land doctrine. Combined operations, no. Strategic theorem. Interesting. Okay, yeah. Offensive strategy. I think we're gonna do this. Strategic theorem. Yeah. Okay, so somebody was asking me something. The U.S. is different in New Order. After the nuking of Pearl Harbor, the Japanese occupied San Francisco and Los Angeles, and they still do. They do? I didn't see that. Oh, would you look at that? Wow. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Looks like we also have a free military factory here. So some people have been telling me I should build a tank because nobody in the warlord areas will be able to pierce me, so it's just like I can automatically win. Let's see, RFK can become president if Nixon vetoes the Civil Rights Act. Talking about Bobby? Bobby K, Bobby Kennedy. Let's see here. No, I didn't know that. So yeah, we're gonna build this. Or wait, no, this is the. No, this is capable of crossing rivers, but you know what? I think we're gonna go with the MBT. I guess let's maybe try to get a tiny bit of fighters. No, that's stupid. We don't have the resources for it. Never mind. We want to build artillery. And probably also some anti-air. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Steady reform is done. Time for revolutionary women. Is this going to help me right now, though? No. I want to, again, I'm trying to get rid of the bad stuff, and this is, okay, this is going to hurt my political power gain. There's the trial over here. Let's start going down the right. Figure out the fate of the NKO. 43 days to go on these reforms. Dang, I really wish I had started them right away. I kind of screwed up there. So, you know what? Let's, actually, I'm going to pause here for a second. I just need to grab something from the other room. Hold on a second. Alright, I'm back. So I'm actually just about to wrap it up because I've got other things I got to do with my day. It's going to be a busy one. If things go well, I might actually stream some more later, but I think I would first get a couple of videos up. Let's see, yeah. Okay, so if I figure that every one of the... Okay, how long are each of these supposed to take? 60 days. So 60, 60, 60. That's 180 days. These all are like 21 days-ish. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I don't think we're going to be able to do it. I might have to wait because I screwed up, but I don't know. Okay, yeah, so, alright, at least it's progress. Sophia sat on her knees as she awaited the announcement. Now she listened as they began to take form. We have realized that we have striven for equality both at home... okay, so this is Savin speaking. Good afternoon, comrades. Many of my advisors and I have realized that, although we have striven for equality both at home and in the workplace, there is still a group among us that could not rightly be called free or equal. Today, let it be known that the women of Buryata and Russia at large will be considered equal in the eyes of their male comrades. For how can we call ourselves revolutionaries if we still leave our Russian sisters in their shackles? Sophia shot to her feet. How would they enforce this? She already knew the answer, and it saddened her they couldn't. Pretty words mean nothing to those that won't listen. Someday, she muttered as she resigned to her fate. It was her brother's job. The announcement was a mandate. It was a blank check for her own personal revolution, so she decided today she would do what she wanted. Sophia hefted up the axe and went to chop wood. Dmitri could do his own laundry. Liberation, one swing at a time. Well, isn't that sweet? Okay, so Sazbo, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Sabo, he's asking about the Kaiserreich dating sim. Has that been released? Are you talking about Edelweiss? I played the demo. I did every path that was in the demo, but I don't think the whole thing is out. If it is, I definitely want to play it. Does anybody know about that? Oh, can I do more than one of these at a time? Well, you know what? I'm in negative political power. I'm actually losing political power every day right now. This sucks. Is there something that can give me some quick political power? Like down here? No. I don't know. Well, you know what? Let's stop before the trial happens, actually. Okay, fine. Look, I know. Okay, somebody's asking me to produce anti-tank. It's my understanding that there's not very many tanks out here anyway, so I'm just going to do the anti-air because anti-air gives piercing as well, and it'll also help me against any sort of an air force that I run into out there. So that's why I'm not doing anti-tank right now. Okay, so anyway, that's going to be it for today, or at least I should say for this stream. Thank you very much for joining me. I am Conquering History Games. I appreciate all of you who you know, stuck around. Thank you to those of you who subscribed. And call you Taylor. Okay, you'll have to remind me of that next stream. Anyway, so AT is already in my template. Are you sure? I don't see anti-tank in here. Yeah, it's not. No, I don't have any templates already with it. At least I'm not seeing them. Oh, basic infantry needs anti-tank. Is that new? Hold on a second. Equipment. Support. I don't think so. Go to infantry and equipment. See, I see infantry equipment here. I'm not seeing something that says I need anti-tank. Oh, there it is. Wow. Okay, you're right. You're right. Okay, I'll switch that right now. You are correct. Wait, where's my... Here we go. Okay, so we're going to switch this out. And, here we go. Basic anti-tank equipment. Cool. Alright, so anyway, thanks for joining me. I'm Conquering History Games. I will see you all next time.